Hi guys, welcome to Thursday, April 23rd. I'm going to try to make this video as short as possible so you can get to doing your work and continue reading your short story, which you should be doing. And you should be annotating, just as I have showed you how to do with Down at the Dinghy. And you should be thinking of what your literary analysis paper is going to be about. And if you're not really sure, you should be emailing me and we should be discussing some points that you can consider for your thesis statement and how you're going to support those with your short story. Okay? So first, let's take out your vocabulary document. And today's word is figurative language. You should all be familiar with that. We've been discussing it when it comes to literary analysis. It's the use of words to express meaning beyond the literal meaning of the words themselves. And there's many different types of figurative language that we've talked about, such as symbolism, and we've talked about, every time I want to make a list for you guys, my brain freezes. We've talked about figurative language before, and I've given you that document, which has a lot of those words in there. If I can actually find it. Quizlet. This is just the Quizlet thing, but then there was also that document. So it has foreshadowing, hyperbole, imagery, irony, etc., etc. Going back to today. So yeah, that's the word of the day. You can copy and paste this right into your document, and then you are good to go for today's vocabulary word. But I want to get into your assignment, which is due Monday, so you still have quite a few days to do it. What I want you to do is read the student example of a literary analysis. This is based off of Nathaniel Hawthorne's The Scarlet Letter. I don't know if you have read that yet or not. I was required to read it in high school during my sophomore year, and I've read it multiple times since then. I think I had to read it like 3 times for 3 different classes in college, and it's become one of my favorite books. So it's a very interesting book. If you haven't read it, doesn't really matter for this assignment. I want you to read this student example of a literary analysis off of it. This is a bit longer than you're really required to do unless you're really passionate about supporting your cause. Yours is going to be more of like, or your thesis statement, not your cause. 3 paragraph, and this is about, or 3 body paragraphs, and this is about 4 body paragraphs, and the author uses multiple examples within each paragraph. You are welcome to do that. I am only requiring you to do 1 per support, and you should have 3 different supports back to your thesis statement. And then you can have 3 things from your short story. Because it's a short story, that is very doable, and you're not like pushing to do more than that, and I don't want to push you to really try to find 2 or 3 for each. And this author, obviously the student, was writing on The Scarlet Letter, which is a novel, so they had plenty of pages to work with to support their main thesis statement. So first thing is first, you will be reading this. I found a student example because I didn't want it to be super advanced where you guys are like, what do these words mean? A high school student wrote this, so sorry, allergies, my nose is really itchy. So you should be able, it's pretty much your grade level at what they're writing at. They might have been in an AP course, but I know that this student was in high school when they wrote this. So you can read that. That's the first thing. And then I want you to go into Google Classroom where the assignment is, and it's called Student Mentor Text Example Assignment. It's not due until the 27th, so you guys have, again, a good chunk of time to read this. And then do the second part, which is create a document, just any old document, Google document, Microsoft, I don't know what you guys use. And then you should be answering these questions. So 1, what was the student's thesis statement? 2, what points did they use to support their thesis statement? And 3, what were your takeaways? Meaning, what writing strategies did they use that you plan to use in your own literary analysis? A lot of the things that they used are things that I require you to do for this paper, such as analyzing quotes and citing their quotes and choosing examples which support their main thesis and analyzing it when you're analyzing those quotes that support your thesis, analyzing it back to the thesis. So I use this quote, and this quote relates to this point and the thesis statement overall because. So read the example and then answer those questions. It's due on 27th, and of course, if you need more time, because I know homework overload is a real thing these days, please email me and let me know, hey, Miss McCarthy, I need a few extra days on this assignment. Mostly I just want to know that you guys know that there's an assignment due and that it's on your to-do list. You just haven't gotten to it yet, which is fine. But if you guys are all caught up in other homework, this is the next step thing. This is a really good practice just to break down a literary analysis from a student at your grade level who can hopefully give you a very relatable example, unlike the one that I was typing out for you. Sure, it was at the top of my head, but I still have, tons more practice while the student went through the whole process and at your grade level. So I think it'll be much maybe easier to read and easier to understand and maybe relate to in order to write your own thesis statements for your short stories literary analysis. So make sure you're doing that. It's a great example and it's pretty well written, but still, again, at your level. So that is all I have for you today. Have a good day. If you have any confusion about this assignment, or if you're reading through your literary, not your literary analysis, you're reading through your own short stories and you like it, but you're still not quite sure how you should be forming a thesis statement or anything like that, let me know and we can work on it together. Okay? All right, so have a good day. See you tomorrow.